Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan coming to you live from my bathroom. And I'm wearing glasses because my lens prescription has changed and I can't see a bloody thing. So let's get started with your numerology forecast for May 2018. Now let's begin by calculating your personal year number. We do this by adding the day and month of your birth date, or the month and day for those in the States. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the month and day, or day and month of your birth date to 2018. So let me use the example April 4th. We would go 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8. Okay? And in that example, that would actually add up to 19. So I would then add the 1 and 9 together to get 10. And the rule of thumb when calculating your personal year number in numerology is continue to add any double-digit numbers together until you eventually end up with a single number between 1 and 9. Now, in my example for 19, 1 and 9 is 10. That 1 and 0 then becomes a 1 personal year number. All right, so I'll say it one more time because I know people ask me, no matter how many times I say this, they still ask, how do you do that again? I didn't quite catch it. What I'm saying is we're going to add the month and day of your birth date, or the day and month of your birth date, to 2018. Keep adding those numbers together. In the example, 4th of April, 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, and that is 19. And then 1 and 9 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. So keep adding any double-digit numbers you get together until you get a single-digit number between 1 and 9, and that is your personal year number for the whole of 2018. Okay, now before I dive into the forecast for May, I'll tell you straight up front, for those that want a really in-depth forecast for their entire chart for the whole year, and to know their life purpose, their life lessons, personality traits, the whole blueprint of your life's journey, I do software reports, and I'm doing a special, especially for Mother's Day, but also for the month of May, 2 for the price of 1. That's 2 reports for $25. Just go to my website, www.michellebuchanan.co.nz, and click on charts and reports, and you'll see it there. It's called the Personality Profile and 12-month Forecast Report. You just buy one, I'll send it back, and then I'll ask for the details for your second free report, and you can use that for anybody you like. All right, let's get down to the good stuff. Forecast for May 2018. Let's begin with personal year number 1. Okay, now you guys, for the whole year, it's all about creating a new beginning for you. Throughout this whole year, your life is steering you towards creating a fresh start. Okay, that's the theme for the year. But for May, we're going to dive into your relationships with people around you. All right, that could mean anything from children, okay, to parents, siblings, friends, neighbors, partners, husbands, ex-husbands. You know, what's happening is, now remember, the grand theme is new beginnings and a fresh start, and the 6 is about the people and the relationships in our life, as well as our responsibilities with the home, responsibilities within ourselves, acting in a more responsible manner is the grand theme for this month. But what it's asking you is, it's saying whatever is brewing beneath the surface in terms of your connections and relationships with other people, especially sort of loved ones and people you're close to, whatever's been brewing beneath the surface, it's highly likely that it's going to rise to be resolved this month. And that's because we're asking for a fresh start. Now, in some cases, it may simply require you adopting a new mindset, a new way of perceiving other people's behavior and how it influences you. Because really, the way that we're sort of living in this life is we're attracting what we believe. And so it's asking you to look at what you believe and how you perceive the people around you. Are you looking at things from their point of view? Are you judging them harshly because of their action from the past? Are you able to forgive, let go, and move on? Another theme for this month is to be there in service of those who may need you. And of course, that ties in really nicely with family, loved ones, those that need you to be that shoulder to cry on. Ask yourself, am I spending enough time with my kids? Am I really listening attentively to those that are sharing their problems and issues with me in a genuine manner? You know, just things like that. New beginning, 6 is the number of relationships and people. Good number, good combination of numbers for people that are single and looking to meet someone. Just be aware you attract what you are. Okay, so if you want to meet someone that loves you unconditionally, warts and all, you've got to love yourself unconditionally, warts and all. But not just that, you've got to love other people too. And that's not just the people that you're friends with and people you care about. I'm talking about treating everybody with respect and courtesy in your life, all around you, even strangers. Okay, personal year number 2. Now, 2s, you guys are actually going to be in a 7-month for May. Now let me give you a brief rundown of the 2 year as a whole so you get an idea of what's going on. So for the theme for you throughout the whole year is about looking at yourself internally. Okay, so we're going to be looking, if you're in a 2 year, you're going to be looking at sort of what makes you tick. What do you feel emotionally? What do you really think and feel that you may not be showing to the outside world? This is a year where, you know, you may feel more sensitive, more emotional, and whatever you've been repressing and hiding, especially on an emotional level, is going to come up to the surface. And we kind of need to know what that's all about. It's about getting clear about who you are, living your truth, and loving and believing in yourself no matter what, and being able to take things to that more emotional level. Okay, now the theme for May is that we bring that 7-month in, and that is where it's saying go deeper, go deeper. So you're going to be asking yourself questions this month, such as, who am I? You know, am I happy? Why am I not happy if I'm not happy? What do I need to do to be happy? Life is short. You don't know what's around the corner. Am I really making the most of my life? Am I really doing the things I really want to do? Or am I living in an illusion? Am I pretending to be happy when I'm not? Am I putting my dreams on hold while I do all these other things? You know, you don't know what's around the corner. So life is asking you to be true to yourself and to be doing things that you really do want to be doing. Don't just save that money for a rainy day. Have the odd rainy day every now and again. Treat yourself. You know, self-care, self-love, working on your self-worth, getting time in nature. Also a great combination of numbers for you to be focusing on health and wellness. Okay, and remember to spend some quiet time alone, because it's only in the quiet time alone that you can actually contemplate and reflect on answering some of these questions. Life is asking you to have more depth and meaning. Okay, personal year number 3. Okay, so the grand theme for this entire year for you guys is saying, it's asking you to get clear about what makes you happy and doing more of that in this life, in this year. And on the other hand, is figuring out what is making you unhappy, what brings you down, what holds you back, what prevents you from being who you want to be, what prevents you from living how you want to live, and work out what those things are, and then make adjustments, take action to start to change those things, okay? Because as I've said before in other forecasts, it seems on paper that feeling good and having fun and doing what makes you feel good would be a waste of time. You know, we live in a material world. It's all about head down, bum up, you know, work your ass off, get the money, get the goals, you know, smash them out, and, you know, but here's the thing. What we don't realize is we are energetic beings, and we have an energy system, and our emotions are energy, and whatever is running through our body emotionally is fuel for our system. Okay, now if your emotions and that energy system has got some real positive stuff going through it, some positive energy that comes from doing what makes you feel good, music, socializing, dance, exercise, whatever it is that makes you feel good, when that juice is running through your system, you have what's called a high vibration, because we're an energetic being and we operate through our energy vibration. When you feel good, your vibration is high. When your vibration is high consistently, you improve your health. You'll have more creative solutions. You're more inspired. You are in synchronicity with life itself. You find yourself more likely to be in the right place at the right time. a positive mindset can go a really long way. There are so many advantages to doing what makes you feel good. And this year is asking you to do more of that, to get clear about what that is and to not underestimate its importance. We're looking at an 8-month for you for May, and that's where there will be a focus on money, business, and career. Okay, an opportunity to maybe earn some extra money. Money will also maybe need to be spent. Now, here's a rule of thumb. To be in alignment with the universe and life itself when it comes to abundance and prosperity is to know that what goes up must come down. Money comes, money goes. The question is, you've got to let yourself know, you've got to project out to the world that money comes, money goes. I always end up on top. So if times are hard, if you're a bit broke, you're not going to stay that way. Life is not going to stay that way unless you believe it is. And of course, then you'll attract that and your life will stay that way. But know that the nature of life is up and down. Good days, bad days, good months, bad months, money in your pocket, no money in your pocket. It's normal and it's fine. The trick is to not panic about it. How are you going to perceive that? Perceive it as, here I am trying to summarize the whole book when I'm only 2 chapters in. You're not at the end of the story yet, Don't you let yourself buy into a poverty consciousness. This month especially, the number of 8 is about money, manifestation, and your personal power. So use your personal power to empower yourself. Believe the universe is abundant. I always have what I need. Times may be hard, but they won't stay that way. Opportunities exist out there. Opportunities are coming and they're on their way. And, that's really going to help you. It's really going to serve you to have that mindset throughout your whole life, but especially this month. Okay. Personal year number 4. Okay. Well, you guys, the theme of your whole year this year is head down, bum up. Do whatever needs to be done in your life to get yourself and your life where you want it to be. Okay, for some people, it may mean extra effort required building on their career. You may be studying, you may be learning new things, taking on new clients, setting up new systems to get the business where you want it to be. For other people, it may be health. You realize that there's things you need to change within your body and your lifestyle to improve your overall well-being. You might cut out sugar, you might sort of take on a bit more cardiovascular exercise or yoga, cutting out, white flowers and all that kind of stuff. Other people, it's actually just working on the relationships in your life, knowing that you're not really putting in all you could, knowing that you could be a lot more understanding, a lot more giving of your time, but you're not. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. What life is saying this year is do what needs to be done to get yourself and your life in order, okay? And you can't dick around, all right? We really need effort from you this year because the problems, the issues, to get your life where you want it to be, you can't do it by sitting on your ass, okay? You actually have to get up and do something. You have to be proactive and take action, and that's what this year is asking you. Now, let's have a look. You're in a 9-month for May, and 9 is out with the old to make way for the new. So life is saying, what are you holding on to that you've grown out of? What are you holding on to that no longer works for you? Sometimes people hold on to the devil. It's better to hold on to what you know, better the devil you know, than to move on to something that's unknown and you're a bit afraid of sort of what's behind that door or what's around the corner and you don't really know what it is. Don't cling to what is no longer needed. Don't hold on to what doesn't work anymore. You've been given an opportunity to let these things go because when it's out, it's only out with the old to make way for the new. It's like when one door closes, it's only so that a new other door can open. We are progressing as humans. That's what we do. We can't stay stuck. And that's why sometimes when we know we need to make changes and we don't, life will force those changes upon us anyway because we're supposed to be moving forward, but we're not. We're staying where it's safe and familiar. Don't do that this month, all right? Move forward, let go, all right? Personal year number 5. Okay, 5. Well, this year is a pretty fast-paced moving year. It's where there will be changes. The whole theme for this year is progress, movement, and change. All right. There'll be some changes that you need to make, and you will be encouraged to make them. Okay. But other changes will be happening to you, and you didn't see them coming. All right, some of those changes and opportunities, things that you think are, a really exciting and fun and pleasant surprise, and others may be things like, oh damn, didn't really sort of see that coming, not really too keen about that going down. But here's the thing, life knows what it's doing. Things happen because they're supposed to. All right, so it's your attitude and how you perceive a change that makes the difference as to how long you will, how well you'll do in the transition, and how positive that change can be in your life, and what you can accomplish from it as a result. Okay, it's all to do with your perception. And so there's going to be changes, and be on board with them. Trust life. Trust the change. Okay, now you are in a 1 month for May, and that is actually all about new beginnings. So we know your life is full of change this year, and life is pushing you along to make changes. Well, this whole month of May is new opportunities are coming. Yay! Be open to them. Train yourself to notice them. Okay, notice opportunities no matter how big or small they are. Like, for example, I did a post on Facebook the other day about an audition I had that was a complete shambles because I lost my confidence and I was shaken by it, and it wasn't a complete waste of time because I learned a major lesson. But what I'm saying is, I had an audition and it was a nightmare. It sucked. I was useless. But I had an audition, didn't I? It was an opportunity. Doesn't matter about the outcome. It was the fact that opportunities exist. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Train yourself to not look at the outcome or the end result of a situation, but a positive situation, but train yourself to look at the fact that the opportunity existed in the first place, because that's evidence that the universe has got your back. And it's not the outcome, because a lot of the time the things that's sent to us are so that we can learn from them. And it's not so much the outcome or the destination, it's the journey along the way that we gain the most from. So train yourself, have an eye for noticing opportunities. For example, if you're single, you might match with someone on Tinder and go on a date, and you didn't really like them, it didn't really go down very well. But hey, you had a date, didn't you? You might go for a job interview, didn't get the job, they hated you. Hey, you had a job interview. You see what I'm saying? You've got to change your perception to be open to new opportunities, okay? All right, let's take a look at personal year number 6. 6. Well, this year there is going to be a focus on you being of service to the people around you. Now, some of those people are your family. Some of those people are the community, and so that's why it's a good year for people that are in a community that serve the community and the work that they do, and it's a good year for people with a home-based business, providing you have a positive mindset and you are good at what you do. You are here to be that shoulder to cry on. You are here to be responsible, take responsibility for your own actions, for your own journey, for your own behavior, make adjustments when necessary, but also to be responsible for other people. And that's why I say that this is often a year where, you may be required, your marriage may need you, your family may need you, parents may need you, best friend may need you, people are going through stuff. This is a pretty challenging year for a lot of people this year. It's not just any old year, this 11-year universal year that we're in. So what I'm getting at is, life's going to ask you to be a shoulder to cry on, to be there for others. Don't panic that by doing so, you're going to miss the boat on other obligations and things that you have going on in your life, because opportunities will come back round for you. The whole point is for you to be able to get yourself into a mindset where you can say, right, this is more important than what else I'm doing. Family come first, being of service comes first. That other opportunity or that other obligation or that other situation, I'll hook up with it next time. I'm not going to miss the boat. I just got to do the right thing. All right, that's the theme. Do the right thing this month. Now, also, this year. Do the right thing this year. Now, for the month of May, you guys are in a 2-month, and 2 is about going within and working on your relationship with yourself. It's about learning to trust your intuition and your gut instinct. You're going to feel more sensitive than you normally would do, okay? You're going to maybe doubt yourself a bit more because you're feeling a little bit insecure, but here's the point. The whole point of that is so that those issues, those thoughts, those insecurities can come to the surface so you can recognize that they're there, make friends with them, love yourself unconditionally, and release those negative limiting beliefs that you have about yourself once and for all. Learn to be friends with yourself, okay? You're going to want to connect with people on more of an emotional level. You're going to want to share. You're going to want to bond in a meaningful way. If you're single, this is a very interesting combination of numbers for people that are looking for love. People that are already in existing relationships can come closer, okay, for bonding and have sort of common things happen, or a situation happen that can bring them closer together. And other people that are sort of drifting apart, issues are going down, whatever's brewing beneath the surface in relationships, not just love relationships, with all kinds of people in your life, will come to the surface in this combination of numbers to be looked at and dealt with and improved. All right, so don't shy away from that. Do the work. Some people don't like that sort of awkward stuff in relationships. I love it. You know, it doesn't faze me at all. I'm like, let's go deep, man. Let's get to the real shit. I'm not into that superficial rubbish, eh? I love the nitty gritty drama and the, you know, the issues that people are working on, and you know, that's where I shine. That's what I love. So don't shy away from it, guys. Don't feel awkward. Bring up what you need to talk about and discuss with your partners and your loved ones, or if there's something on your mind, don't be afraid to talk about it. You know, it's amazing how much deeper a relationship can be when you do those things. It can make things even better. And plus, it's a really good learning experience for you to have the courage to bring these sort of awkward things up. You know, it's very empowering to do that. So, personal year number 7. The grand theme for this whole year for you guys is about answering the big questions in life, such as, who am I? What's the meaning of life? What's my life purpose? What am I here for? You know, am I happy? If not, why am I not happy? What do I need to do to be happy? It's about going within. It's a year where when you ask yourself these big, deep and meaningful questions, the more work that you do on yourself as you answer them is going to be of great benefit to you moving forward, especially next year in the 8th year of manifestation. So I like to say about the 7th year, it's a year where the work you do on the inside is going to benefit you in the experiences and opportunities you attract on the outside moving forward, and especially from next year. So dig deep, spend quiet time alone. It's only in quiet time alone, or walks in nature, and sort of spending that sort of quiet time away from the hustle and bustle and the distractions of the TV and the phone and the kids and other people and the office or whatever it is. It's only in those quiet times alone that we can really process and reflect on ourselves and our life and the things that are happening around us, because that's how we get clarity as to, why do I feel this way? Why am I out of sorts? Why am I sick? Why am I unwell? Why am I a bit down? Why am I not looking forward to the year ahead? Why am I stressing out? What are my biggest fears? What am I afraid of? You know, we need to explore these areas, because by doing so, we understand ourselves better. When we understand ourselves better, we make better decisions moving forward. When we understand ourselves better and we love and accept ourselves as we are, regardless of how we think and behave, and make peace with ourselves, we raise our vibration and we can attract better opportunities and better experiences just from simply believing in ourselves and loving ourselves and feeling peaceful within ourselves and within life. And so it's very, very important. And that's the theme for this whole year, okay, the 7. Now let's have a look. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, you're in a 3-month for May. And that's where life is saying, even though you had to reflect and sort of spend this quiet time alone, also have some deeper, meaningful conversations with other people. Get out, be a little bit more social, but make sure those social experiences are of substance, not just superficial. Oh, how's it going? You know, make it a little bit more. You know, how are you going? This is obviously with people you know, not like a stranger. How are you going? What's the meaning of life for you? You're not going to sort of have those kinds of conversations with people you don't really know, but with people you do know, is what I'm saying. Have some heart-to-heart, deep and meaningful conversations. It's really going to stimulate you this month. Do what makes you feel good, whether it's listening to music, exercising, catching up with friends that make you, you know, that raise your spirits and cheer you up, and, you know, whatever it is. Go to a movie, go to a show, read a book, whatever. Do more of what makes you feel good this month and get out and about. Personal year number 8. Well, this entire year for you was all about money, business, career, law of attraction manifestation, and reclaiming your personal power. So I'll begin by saying this year, watch your finances, budget, have a positive mindset, especially about money and career opportunities. The universe is abundant. There's enough to go around. I always end up on top. I always get what I need. The universe is full of opportunities, but we only attract them when we believe they exist. We only attract them when we believe they exist. We only attract them, we only experience them when we recognize them. And you only recognize them when you're not just looking for the big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and the big things. You've got to learn to spot the little crumbs along the way, because those little crumbs are very, very important. The more you recognize a little crumb and you go, wow, that's a little crumb, awesome, the universe will send you more crumbs, and then eventually you'll get like the whole loaf of bread, and that is bloody awesome. And to get the loaf of bread, you need to see the crumbs. That's what I'm saying. All right, so see crumbs this year. Also understand that your personal power. You're here to learn to reclaim your personal power this year over anything or anyone that causes you to feel disempowered in some way. For some people, it's an overpowering person or a person that challenges you and you just lose yourself in that situation. For other people, it's a negative limiting belief that holds you back, a fear of something, a worry about something, and that takes your power away. Learn to recognize what those things are and realize how they're being so detrimental to your life. They will hold you back from achieving the things that you want in life and being happy. So recognize those. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You guys are in a 4-month, and this is going to be a busy month for you. This is where you are expected to tie up loose ends. Work on the details behind the scenes. Head down, bum up. Do the work. Don't be lazy. Situations are going to come up. You're going to be busy. Life is saying, be responsible. Do what you need to do. Cross your T's, dot your I's, put the effort in, and the results it'll pay off. Things are going to work out in your favor with the right attitude, and the right attitude is persistence, determination, and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, even when you have no evidence that a light at the end of the tunnel even exists. Be positive. And last but by no means least, personal year number 9. Okay, so you guys, the grand theme for this whole year is life is saying to you, endings, completion, and transformation. You've got to, it's like the chrysalis and the butterfly, okay? Life is saying, you're changing from within. You are not going to be, by the end of this year, you are not going to be the person you were at the beginning of the year and in the last few years. That paradigm, that old template is old and worn out. We need a new you now. What is that new you going to be? New decisions, new outlook, creating a fresh start. So you'll find as you go through this year, you're going to start transforming. You would have already have started. You might change your mindset about things. You might change your interests. You may find that things that really stimulated you before and entertained you or interested you before, not anymore. You've grown out of things. You might have grown out of people. Some people change careers. Some people change friendships. Some people leave marriages and relationships or move house. Out with the old to make way for the new. Don't be afraid to do that. Okay, now the month of May for you is a 5-month, and that's all about progress, movement, and change. So life is actually going to give you a really big open playing field and opportunities to make changes. Some changes you are in charge of, you see them coming, you're in control, and you move forward to making them happen. Other changes come to you out of left field. You didn't see them coming. They can be very exciting and dynamic and magnetic and charismatic, surprising, cool changes. And others can be, whoa, where did that come from? Man, that stopped me in my tracks. Didn't see that one coming. If you get one of those, don't panic. All right, know that life knows what it's doing. You know, nothing happens it isn't meant to, even bad shit, man. You know, we just have to change our perception of why we're here as human beings and going through life in the first place. We came here to learn, grow, and evolve, and we don't do that when we're sitting still, doing nothing except the same thing over and over because it's easy and it's safe, you know? And so, yeah, life's saying, move forward, man. Move forward, expand, dig deeper, change, progress, move. That's what's going down for you for this whole year and especially in the month of May. All right, everybody, thank you for your time. I will be back again with your forecast for June. And like I said before, if you need me, I do personal readings, michellebuchanan.co.nz to people all over the world. And my 2-for-1 numerology reports, $25 for 2 reports. It's like a 40-page report of your whole complete numerology chart from your date of birth and your birth certificate name. All right, everyone, I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.